The BJP has released a 76-page manifesto for the Lok Sabha polls. The manifesto that the BJP hopes will help them cross the 400-seat mark. But this is not a video telling you all that is promised in the document. In this week's episode, I'll look at the manifesto's focus on three key areas: Hindutva, welfare schemes or Revdi as the BJP calls it, and brand Modi. Let me explain. Democracy needs a well-informed electorate. Reports that just glorify those who are in power will not allow you to make critical decisions in the elections. Support independent journalism and safeguard democracy one subscription at a time. The BJP is seeking a third term, and its manifesto, Sankalp Patra as they've called it, is banking mostly on what the Modi government managed to do in the last 10 years, while not going overboard with a whole bunch of new promises. A manifesto is a vision document, so if implemented properly, it gives a fairly good idea about what the priorities of the party will be if they come to power. The first thing in the manifesto that caught my eye is brand Modi. The very title of the manifesto is Modi Ki Guarantee. Fair enough, he has been the sole face of the government in the last 10 years. But the 76-page document has Modi's picture in over 50 pages. Yes, we did count. And his name has been repeated at least 65 times in the entire document. The promises are not BJP's, but Modi's. So in a sense, it's not a manifesto, it's a Modi-festo. The entire manifesto, much like BJP's campaign, has been built around just one man, that's Narendra Modi, and the party has clearly taken a backseat. Now let's look at what the manifesto has said about BJP's core ideology, Hindutva. In its second term, the BJP government managed to complete many of its long-pending ideological projects. The manifesto reminds the voters of them and seeks a mandate in favor of expanding the Hindutva projects, like the Ram Temple in Ayodhya. Calling the building of the temple people's 5 centuries old dream, the manifesto promises a holistic development of Ayodhya. There is an episode of Let Me Explain I'd done about how the people of Ayodhya are still waiting for development that was promised to them and how they're waiting for land and compensation that was promised to them. Do catch that episode, the link is in the description. But that's not all. Hindutva features in the foreign policy as well. Perhaps for the first time, a religious figure will be central to a foreign policy projection. The manifesto says that if BJP is voted to power, the party will launch a global outreach program for documenting and promoting the tangible and intangible legacy of Lord Ram in all countries. It goes on to add, we'll collaborate with countries across the globe to restore and revitalize sites of Bharatiya civilization. It goes on to add that Ramayan Utsav will be celebrated across the world to mark the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lalla. The manifesto also talks about the abrogation of Article 370 and the implementation of the controversial CAA, which was notified just a few weeks ago, has also been promised in the manifesto. But curiously, the National Register of Citizens, which is the NRC, which was mentioned in BJP's manifesto in 2019, has been skipped this time around. I wonder why. But that said, the Uniform Civil Code, that is the UCC, which is another ideological project of the BJP and RSS, has been reassured as well. Now let's get on to welfare schemes, or as the BJP calls it, Revdi or freebies.
मुफ्त की रेवड़ी बांटकर वोट बटोरने का कल्चर लाने की भरसक कोशिश हो रही है। ये रेवड़ी कल्चर देश के विकास के लिए बहुत घातक है। इस रेवड़ी कल्चर से देश के लोगों को और खास करके मेरे युवाओं को बहुत सावधान रहने की जरूरत है।
Just for context, let me tell you, Revdi is a Rajasthani sweet given as a symbol of gratitude. And the Prime Minister has coined the term Revdi culture to mean freebies in exchange for votes. The more appropriate term perhaps is social spending or welfareism. Welfare schemes are public welfare measures that are provided free of charge to the people. Even though Modi and BJP often criticize the opposition parties like the Aam Aadmi Party, Congress and the BRS for welfare schemes, they too have announced a slew of them in their manifestos in the past as well. And 2024 is no different. The BJP manifesto claimed that the Modi government provided free ration to over 80 crore citizens since 2020. And it went on to promise that under the PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, free ration for the next 5 years will be provided. The BJP has announced that under the Ayushman Yojana, all senior citizens, irrespective of the economic status, will be offered free health insurance for treatment up to 5 lakh rupees. It has also announced extension of the current scheme providing free cooking gas connections to poor households. In addition, free electricity to poor households under the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana has also been promised. The list goes on. Free scholarships to students from other backward classes, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe communities, Jan Aushadhi Kendras which give affordable medicine with about 80% discount will be expanded, and financial assistance of 6,000 rupees under the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana to farmers. Now let's get this straight. Welfare schemes are very important in a country like India where historical injustice is still persisting. They're designed to provide basic necessities to marginalized sections of society like food, education, health, electricity, etc. Or they could be in forms of free bus travel for women, scholarships, uniform textbooks, or health insurance. Basically, measures that improve literacy, health, and quality of life. So while Modi government's announcements in this direction is welcome, their hypocrisy still needs to be called out. Before I go, let me remind you our reporters are traveling through India, bringing you voices from the ground. Do your bit to support us, contribute to any of the 6 topics we are reporting on ahead of the Lok Sabha coverage, and make sure that you support independent journalism. Meanwhile, like this video, share this video, make sure that you send it to all your friends and family, and tell me what you thought of this episode in the comment section.